On today's video, we're gonna rank all of the cities, towns, and suburbs around Raleigh, North Carolina. Hi, this is Chris Morton, real estate broker with eXp Realty in Raleigh, North Carolina. And on today's video, we're gonna rank all of the cities, the towns, and the suburbs in and around Raleigh, North Carolina from most expensive all the way to least expensive / most affordable. And because we like you guys so much, we're gonna throw Raleigh in this ranking as well, so you get a good feeling where the main city of the area fits in with everything. So let's get started with the most expensive city around Raleigh, North Carolina. First up on our list, the most expensive place to live in the Triangle area is Chapel Hill, North Carolina, where the average list price recently for a home was $589,000. And the final sales price for that home, $614,000. We're also going to share with you how far this particular city is going to be from downtown Raleigh, and in the case of Chapel Hill, it's 40 to 45 minutes away from downtown Raleigh. Chapel Hill, great place to live, very much still that southern village that it has always been or been for the last 50 to 100 years. It is obviously dominated by the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill. Go Heels. What else can you say about it other than it's a small town, so therefore, because the area is fairly dense, houses are going to be expensive. Next up on our list is Morrisville, North Carolina, where the average list price for homes recently has been $550,000, and the final sale price for those homes has been $595,000. And again, this is on average, so there are some homes less expensive than these that we're talking about, and some homes that are more expensive than these in these cities we're talking about. And we always talk about how great Morrisville is location-wise. It's only 22 to 28 minutes from downtown Raleigh. It's literally in the center of the triangle, so you can pretty much get anywhere in about 30 minutes. Morrisville, again, known for its great location. It's also known for the planes that fly over it. It's very, very close. In fact, RDU Airport is inside basically Morrisville, so be prepared. If you're going to move to Morrisville, you better be an aviation fan. Next up on our list is Cary, North Carolina, where the average list price of a home recently has been $525,000, and the final sales price of that home has been $560,000 on average. As far as location goes, Cary, North Carolina is in an excellent location. It's only 15 to 25 minutes from downtown Raleigh. And again, just like Morrisville, you can be pretty much anywhere in the triangle in about 30 minutes. Next up on our list is Apex, North Carolina, where the average list price of a home is $517,000, and the average sales price for a home is $550,000. The distance to downtown Raleigh from Apex is about 20 to 30 minutes. As you can tell from the price, Apex has pretty much become Cary Part 2. A lot of the growth that has kind of stalled out in Cary simply because there's no more land to build in is now moving towards Apex. So be prepared if you're looking for new construction or newer construction, you're probably going to want to end up looking in Apex. Next up on our list is the city next door to Apex, Holly Springs, North Carolina, where the average list price is $500,000 and the average sales price is $523,000 recently. The distance to downtown Raleigh is a little bit further because you're moving yourself a little bit further south than you are Apex and Cary. So it's about 25 to 35 minutes from Holly Springs to downtown Raleigh, depending on where in Holly Springs you are. So Holly Springs has got a great little downtown, very nice city. Definitely, I would say it's an up and coming city, but it's probably already up and came. So great place to live, great atmosphere, great everything. Definitely worth your time looking if it's in your budget. Next up, we have the city of Rolesville. Average list price lately has been $500,000, with a final sales price lately of $515,000. And it's about 25 to 30 minutes from Rolesville to downtown Raleigh. The big claim to fame of Rolesville is it's super close to Wake Forest. In fact, they touch at one point near the Heritage mega neighborhood. A lot of the new construction is heading out in that direction from Wake Forest, on the eastern side of Wake Forest. Next up on our list is Carrboro, North Carolina, where the average list price is $462,000 and the average sales price is $492,000. Carrboro is about 45 to 55 minutes away from downtown Raleigh. It is literally attached to Chapel Hill. To the west, so of course you're going to have to pretty much drive through Chapel Hill to get to Raleigh, so that explains why the distance is a little bit further. Carrboro, again, because it's attached to Chapel Hill, it's all pretty much one big city, although Chapel Hill has sort of more of a quaint feel. Carrboro is sort of more of a little bit more of a rugged feel about it. Lot more contemporary houses are in Carrboro than Chapel Hill, although Chapel Hill certainly has their fair share of contemporaries. Just a little bit different mix in Carrboro. Prices luckily are a little bit less, but they're not in any way cheap. Next up on our list is Pittsboro, North Carolina, where the average list price is coming in at $497,000 and the final sales price on average is coming in at $500,000. The drive time from Pittsboro to downtown Raleigh is about 40 to 45 minutes, maybe a little bit longer. On a map, as you can see, Pittsboro is pretty far south and west of everything else in the triangle. It's in Chatham County. It's definitely an up-and-coming city. There is a gigantic housing development and commercial space called Chatham Park that's coming, and it's already underway in Pittsboro. It's greatly impacting prices there. You used to be able to get a pretty nice house for not a lot of money, but Chatham Park is really affecting things, and Briar Chapel is a very, very large neighborhood down there. A few pieces of Briar Chapel are in Pittsboro, and that's also affecting prices. So do know that in Pittsboro you probably can get things for less money than the $500,000 average, but you're also going to find a lot of other things that are well above that $500,000 average. Next up on our list is Wake Forest, North Carolina, where the average list price is $485,000 recently, and the average sales price comes in at $500,000. The drive time from Wake Forest to downtown Raleigh is somewhere around 30 to 40 minutes. Now, Wake Forest is pretty much the opposite of Pittsboro. It's super far north. It's directly above Raleigh, directly above North Raleigh, and has really been a booming area in the last 15, 20 years. Everything from Sam's Club to Publix to Starbucks has made their home there. It's a great town, great quality of living, has an amazing downtown. Highly recommend you check it out, either to live there or at least to visit. Next up on our list is Hillsborough, North Carolina, back to Orange County where Chapel Hill and Carrboro are. The average list price for a home currently in the Hillsborough area is $445,000, and that house sold on average recently for $444,000. Drive time from Hillsborough to downtown Raleigh, as a frame of reference, is 40 to 55 minutes. Doubtful that most people are going to make that drive on a regular basis because Hillsborough is so far to the west of the rest of the triangle, but just for your frame of reference, that's where it is. It's a great little town. It's sort of between Chapel Hill and Burlington, Elon. Nice area, but again, you're kind of there. You're not really going to be doing much commuting. Although I would imagine you probably would fairly easily commute to Research Triangle Park. So if you're going to be working in Research Triangle Park area, probably a good option for you to look at for home options. Next up is Raleigh. Yay, Raleigh finally made the list. Kind of right in the middle, where the average list price currently is $419,000. And the average sales price is coming in at $431,000. And yes, you guessed it, the average drive time from Raleigh to downtown Raleigh is 0 minutes. Well, in fairness, Raleigh is a very large city, and if you're coming from North Raleigh, you're looking at probably 15 to 20 minutes, and Midtown, you're looking at probably 10 minutes. Basically, everything in Raleigh is 15 to 20 minutes from everything else. So, next up on our list is Fuquay-Varina, our favorite two little towns that merged into a city called Fuquay-Varina, where the average list price is $400,000. And the average sales price comes in at $419,000. Drive time from Fuquay-Varina to downtown Raleigh is somewhere around 30 to 40 minutes, mainly because, as you can tell on the map, Fuquay-Varina is pretty far southeast of the rest of the triangle. Great town, highly recommend. We always rave about Fuquay because of the downtown. It's still got a lot of new construction going on, and Costco just came nearby, so plus, plus, plus. Next up is the city of Durham, North Carolina, where the average list price is coming in at $370,000, and the average sales price comes in at $380,000. Drive time from Durham to downtown Raleigh is 30 to 40 minutes. And in truth, Durham is not a suburb of Raleigh. Don't be offended if you live in Durham. We're giving all of the cities around Raleigh, Durham being part of one of the third spokes of the triangle along with Chapel Hill. So understand, we're not offending Durham. We're just trying to give you where it ranks on the list. Next up on our list is Clayton, North Carolina, where the average list price is coming in at $360,000. And the average sales price is coming in recently at $371,000. Drive time from Clayton to downtown Raleigh is somewhere in the range of 24 to 35 minutes. What can you say about Clayton other than growth? Tons of houses are being built. Shopping is happening. Publix just opened up on the Flowers Plantation side of Clayton. My team and I are out showing houses all the time, and Clayton is one of the main areas we're showing in because all the houses are going up down there. Definitely an area you want to look if this is in your price budget. Next up on our list is Garner, North Carolina, where the list price is $360,000 recently. And the average sales price recently has come in at $367,000. Drive time from Garner to downtown Raleigh is only 10 to 15 minutes, mainly because Garner is pretty much attached to downtown Raleigh. So it makes things really, really easy to get around that way if that is where you work or where you go have fun. Next up is the town of Youngsville, North Carolina. The average list price for a home right now in Youngsville is around $355,000, with a final sales price around $365,000. And it's 35 to 40 minutes from Youngsville to downtown Raleigh. If you're looking for that small town feel, very rural atmosphere, but yet still close to a fairly nice city of Wake Forest, then Youngsville is definitely somewhere I would recommend you take a look at. Next up on our list is Knightdale, North Carolina, where the average list price is coming in at $347,000 recently. And the average sales price is coming in at $359,000 recently. Drive time from downtown Raleigh to Knightdale is 18 to 25 minutes. Knightdale's really on the way up. There's been a lot of growth there recently. Definitely an area that we would also recommend you check out if it's in your price range. Next up on our list is Wendell, North Carolina, where the average list price is $340,000 and the average sales price is $350,000. Drive time from Wendell to downtown Raleigh is 20 to 30 minutes. Although, if you are looking at the major neighborhood in Wendell, that being Wendell Falls, you're probably looking at about 8 to 10 minutes quicker drive in because you're right on the interstate. Definitely a game changer for Wendell. Wendell used to be a really tiny town. We've talked about it in past videos, but Wendell Falls, being the mega neighborhood that it is, has really greatly impacted not only the living conditions of Wendell, the shopping of Wendell, the restaurants of Wendell, but obviously the housing prices of Wendell. Next up on our list is Franklinton, North Carolina, where the average list price comes in at $325,000. And the average sales price is coming in recently at $330,000. Drive time from Franklinton is 30 to 40 minutes to downtown Raleigh, mainly because Franklinton is very, very far north of the rest of the triangle. It's in Franklin County, hence the name Franklinton. Nice little town, lots of growth going on up there as well. It's sort of like Clayton in that regard. Definitely can still get a fairly good value for your money up that way. Growth is happening, and we expect you're going to see a lot more amenities, a lot more restaurants and shopping up that way really soon. Next up on our list is Zebulon, North Carolina, where the average list price is $320,000 and the average sales price comes in at $330,000. It's a 25 to 30 minute drive from Zebulon to downtown Raleigh. Taking US 64 to get there, you can get there fairly quickly. Zebulon is known for the Mudcats, one of our minor league baseball teams. Next up on our list is Angier, North Carolina, where the average list price comes in at $300,000 and the final sales price comes in at $320,000. It's a 30 to 40 minute drive from Angier to downtown Raleigh. Angier is the epitome of rural southern town, very similar to Zebulon, although I think Zebulon's probably got more shopping. Definitely an up-and-coming area. Definitely a great place you're going to get a lot of value for your money. Next up on our list is Smithfield, North Carolina, where the average list price comes in at $257,000 currently, and the average sales price is coming in at $270,000. It's about 33 to 40 minute drive from Smithfield to downtown Raleigh. Smithfield is an amazing town, and it's sitting on Interstate 95, and there's an outlet park there, so there's the positive of that. Obviously, by the average price we're telling you about, you can get a lot of home for your money. Definitely an area to check out, especially if you're working on that eastern side of Raleigh or in the Knightdale area, Wendell area. Next up on our list is Lewisburg, North Carolina, where the average list price is coming in at $260,000. Average sales price coming in at $261,000. It's 43 to 50 minutes from Lewisburg down to downtown Raleigh. And yes, it is Lewisburg and not Louisburg, even though your GPS is going to tell you Louisburg. Nice little town. There's stuff there like the Walmart and restaurants and all of that. Definitely an area to check out. Again, like Smithfield, like some of the other outlying cities, highly recommended if you're on a budget, especially if you work from home. Very, very nice towns. You're going to have that small town living. It's definitely going to be an area you would enjoy living, especially if it's in your budget. Next up on our list is Selma, North Carolina, where the average list price is coming in at $230,000. Average sales price also coming in at $230,000. This is the least expensive place in the Triangle to live. It is attached to Smithfield, so it's out in that area, and the average drive time from Selma, North Carolina to downtown Raleigh, North Carolina is 33 to 43 minutes. So not terribly bad. Again, you've got that small town vibe, very much like Smithfield. You've got the outlet parks, yay, and not terribly bad of a drive, especially if you're working from home or you're working on the eastern side of the triangle. So there you have it, the list of the most expensive down to the least expensive and most affordable towns, cities, and suburbs in and around Raleigh, North Carolina. If you are considering a move in or out of the Raleigh area, my team and I would love to be your real estate agents of choice. Simply click on the link below in the description. We'd be happy to help you. If you'd like to have some more details on any of these particular suburbs, please click on this link. You're going to find some great videos there that will be very helpful. And if you have any questions for us, feel free to email us at hello@mortonbradbury.com. And lastly, if you haven't already done so, please subscribe below and hit that like button. We really appreciate it. Thank you for watching. We look forward to seeing you on the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.